Oh, Rosemary. Actually, it's kind of strange. It has to do with New Mexico State, because way back originally, they wanted to have an orchestra, and they hired a man named H. Arthur Brown. But one of his stipulations to move to El Paso from, I don't know where.
He was from Juilliard.
Juilliard. Yeah, that's right. Was that he have an orchestra. So there was a ragtag kind of orchestra here in El Paso, and New Mexico State asked if they wanted a conductor, and that's actually how the ensemble started way back in 1930. And then they struggled a lot for a while, and a man named Dorrance Roderick heard the orchestra on the radio and came running over. He got involved. He was actually a great singer and sang with the orchestra, but he got involved and became the president of the board and financially supported the orchestra for about 30 years. And for a fledgling young orchestra, to have that support was critical, because
it was still a little rough cut back then. I
right,
imagine. The ragtag orchestra that you mentioned probably played in vaudeville shows, and we're talking very different.
A lot of the orchestra members came through the military, and they would come and then they would leave. So there wasn't a stable environment until Mr. Roderick started to work.
Yeah, the consistency started to level out a little bit with that sort of continued support. Then who did we get thereafter? Who came before?
It's like remembering the presidents, huh?
Barrera, right. Barrera
as
came
a conductor.
As a conductor, and was next. And then following Barrera came...
No, Kursky.
Kursky.
I think he was after that. It was hard to find too much about him.
Yeah. And was his time sort of limited?
I think there was some kind of scandal.
With music? No.
But
with musicians?
With musicians?
No, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not spreading rumors.
But then long-time associate and then concertmaster Abraham Chavez Jr. took on the reins through the 70s, right?
He did. Yeah.
And then shortly thereafter, I think he started a youth orchestra program.
He
did that for a while after he retired from EPSO.
No, well, yes, but he actually started one before that, but it just never kept going.
And then after, Abraham Chavez?
Yeah, then it was Eichel.
Eichel came, right?
Eichel came.
For about 13 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
Turkish American. And then
we've had a really great group of maestros.
And if you think about it in the grand scheme of orchestras, a good time allotment for conductors and periods of orchestras is around 10 years or so. But we've had a lot of people who end up staying a little bit longer doing work and longevity until we come to Maestro Rattay now, who's here with us now.
No, there was one before me.
Sarah.
Sarah Ioannidis?
Ioannidis.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you're stuck with me here now.
And now we're stuck with you.
But El Paso came from a humble beginning. There was a stipulation that if you're going to bring me here to teach, I need an orchestra.
Exactly.
And then it kept going from that point forward. And now we're in an integral part.
When you think about it, a majority of orchestras started something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
in this part of the country, it was more like one city, not separate.
Right.
Whereas in Las Cruces, everything flowed.
Yeah, it was the pass for different countries and different places. It really was a singular place.
How did I get to El Paso? Or how did you get to El Paso? Because I was already here.